What's up, Jabronis? Welcome to another episode of Jabroni Wrestling. As always, I am your host, AJ Firstenow, on Twitter at AJ Firstenow. Joined tonight, once again, by Gonzo.
What up? It's your boy Gonzo, at Gonzo1323, if you'd like to follow me on the old Twitter.
And being produced and co-hosted tonight, again, by the one, the only, Gianni Montuano.
What's up?
Johnny?
G-Baby LaFleur. At G-Baby LaFleur.
There we go.
Throw out the Twitter handles.
Fantastic. All right, so we are here tonight, boys, to talk about a little wrestling, as per tradition. Had Backlash, which is it's been a pretty divisive pay-per-view, I'd say. Some people have enjoyed it. It's also been panned critically by some. I liked it. I thought it was a fun card.
I liked it. Everybody I was talking to hated it for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, it ended off poorly.
The end was a weird end of the night. I would agree, because the tag match and then the Roman versus Joe match, I thought were both pretty subpar.
And they were the last two. Well, it's hard to come in after what Miz and Rollins did. That was one of the matches, maybe of the year, in my opinion.
Whoa!
That was a great match. We were talking lots of smack about Miz not being a good performer.
Yeah.
He proved himself on Backlash on Sunday.
I think he kept up with Seth better than I thought he would, for sure.
How much is Seth carrying him, though?
Because who did they give Seth on Monday? They gave Seth another person that he had a hard time. Like, it was another
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because I said
I don't get high on crack.
Because I was like the last two nights were basically like just Seth. How good can you do against this guy? And like Miz knocked out of the park, but like how good can you do against Mojo Rawley?
There hasn't
Not
been
the worst.
There hasn't been a bad Seth match since Mania.
Forever.
Since Mania.
No, I agree.
He had a good match with Brock.
And he had a good match. Yeah, I mean, Seth Rollins is, my opinion, on par with AJ Styles as the best wrestler in WWE.
And I think that's the match that they're going to try to like eventually get us to at some point.
Man.
I want the angle that D-Bry had on WrestleMania 30. Underdog. Seth Rollins beats Brock Lesnar or something like that. They build up Rollins. Maybe they can go on SummerSlam.
No, I don't want that. I want the two behemoths. I want the powers. I want like all that shit.
Okay, Vince.
I do like that.
My only issue is how do you book Seth? Like Seth, it's hard to book Seth as an underdog.
If he's going against Lesnar, he will be the underdog just because of size.
Okay, but then he's not an underdog when he goes against AJ Styles because he's like 5 inches taller.
Well, yeah, he's not the underdog against AJ Styles, but I'm saying the match I want to see is D-Bry winning the belts on. I forgot what I was saying. We have somebody walking in the door in the house right now.
On SmackDown?
Yeah. Beating Brock at SummerSlam main event or Mania main event. He's going to have the same storyline basically as D-Bry, where he has the David vs. Goliath story, and Rollins actually finally somebody beats Brock Lesnar. I think it should be Rollins.
No. You realize that Brock Lesnar has been like the longest burn in wrestling. Like,
The longest what?
Like burn?
Yeah.
Like, they still haven't paid off him beating The Undertaker.
How have they not? The beating The Undertaker was to get him over, and
I know,
since
but
then
who's he lost to?
Goldberg.
Yeah.
So you paid it off for Goldberg?
Yeah, Brock.
Well, no, you paid it off. You did that.
That was the only. You did that for Goldberg. You did not have that hindsight. At
No,
that
I'm
time.
not saying you did it for Goldberg. I'm saying you did that to put Brock over and be a believable champ. And after then, he had his run.
But they gotta make me forget about Goldberg because that was so bad. Like,
dude, that was a good match when they went for 5 minutes.
The WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
They both turned colors.
You knew exactly what you were getting.
Yes,
and you got
I did. I know. I'm not mad at the match at all. But all I'm saying is,
you didn't give him that rub so that he could give it to Goldberg.
Yeah.
You didn't give Brock that rub. It has to be to the right guy. It might be. Maybe Seth is. I don't know. Because, Seth had a good run as a champion, but it felt slightly lacking at the time, I think. The cash-in was fantastic, too.
Yeah. I forgot about the cash-in. That was...
I was saying.
Dude, okay, speaking of cash-in, did we talk about Carmelo's cash-in?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about that last week. Let's go through the card. Let's do it.
Okay, so... Moving on. Yeah, that was the opener. Miz versus Seth was
great match.
Match of the
Great
night.
match. Wait, what was on the pre-show?
Pre-show, Ruby Riott beat Bayley, which
I did not watch that.
Just another sign of where Bayley's at on the card these days. Bayley is pretty far down the card.
Ruby Riott's good though. This is probably a good match.
Ruby Riott's better than Bayley, so I think Ruby Riott should win. But yeah, that's pre-show match. Riot Squad distraction. Riot kick, boom, 1, 2, 3. Ruby Riot wins.
Great.
So, but yeah, as far as like the main card, yeah, Miz vs. Seth is the opener. Things that I liked about this match in particular, the knee to the post that Seth did was one of the when he went for the knee and he hit the post, like the ring post, and it was just that like crack. That was a really, really satisfying. I liked that they went for the Falcon Arrows like superplex spot and then like had like his knee give out, because I think
that was great.
You have to, because that spot is like as great a spot as it is. To me, it's almost become a little bit passe. Like I'm like, here's the spot. Like So I think to like use that to do something different with it and have it be the knee injury, I really enjoyed that.
Well, do you remember last time he did it against Finn Balor? Balor reversed it and got a pin on him.
It's Balor.
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
But I thought that. So I think the way that they've kind of worked that into different aspects of the match has been really, really good. So it's not always the same spot from that. So it's not up top rope. Here comes Seth. It's going to be superplex Falcon Arrow. Kicked out of 2 skull crushing finales. Not like it's the most protected finisher in the world, but in a match like that, the second one was a pretty good false finish.
I guess not so skull crushing.
No, it did not crush the skull. It
did. Different story.
There was just a ton of near falls. The crowd was hot for this one. They were chanting "Burn It Down," which I didn't think would ever actually get over as a chant, but it seemed to.
Yeah. The "Burn It Down" thing is huge.
Burn it down. There was a nice.
You gotta yell it. Burn it down.
Well, they didn't when they chanted it though. It doesn't work as well as a chant.
They're stupid. Fucking fans suck.
But so I thought, then there was a nice little closing sequence, which ended ultimately in Rollins hitting the stomp and retaining the title in what was an excellent match.
And then it's all downhill from there.
That's not...
Whoa!
There was one spot that I liked almost as much as that one. There's one. There's one segment. Okay, we'll wait.
Keep going.
Keep throwing to the gun.
Keep going.
Yeah. That's fair, I guess. It probably was all downhill from there, but any pay-per-view would be basically like so. When the best match is the first match, which happens, it happens. So the next match was Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss, which I thought the best part of this match was probably the video package. I thought they did a really good job with the video package before the match, playing up the bully angle.
Alexa got some good offense on that as well.
Yeah.
It looked believable. So.
Yeah, I liked her in particular. I liked the DDT she did to Nia, like off of the steps.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. There was a really weird. It was kind of standard stuff. Nia ragdolling Alexa around, blah blah blah.
You guys just want it on the record though. I don't like to see Alexa bullying people around like this. For the record, continue.
But Nia's the bully. You saw Alexa's vignettes.
You must not have watched the video package.
I don't know what you guys are watching. You guys are
Nia
you guys are being misled.
I guess maybe I interpreted it differently. But
you guys are worshiping a false idol.
Yeah, I thought Nia was a big bully. A turkey leg eating bully.
That's I'm glad they had that part in the video package.
It's very important.
Turkey leg in each hand.
Yeah.
She did not sound like she was British. What was that?
That's Alexa.
Was that a British?
Is that your Alexa Bliss impression?
I'm not
turkey leg in each hand.
Turkey leg in each hand. My name ain't Alexa Bliss.
John, you got her mixed up with her boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
Who is her boyfriend?
Buddy Murphy. The Aussie, eh?
Buddy.
How's it going there?
What were they called? What was their...
Blake and Murphy.
Oh, they didn't even have a name.
They were blonde. Blake is blonde and Murphy's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, standard stuff. Nia missed a swanton, which was cool. She tried some new stuff. She did it was like the somersault swanton stunton thing. Nia took a pretty big tumble.
That was a nice tumble.
Yeah, they went for like the corner spot and she missed and she went over the top rope and she like crashed the fuck out.
Oh yeah, that was a good tumble.
Yep, she took quite but that
top 5 tumble.
Shortly after that, there was a really really weird count out sequence which took way too long. Took a lot of the steam out of this match for me because like Nia like broke the count and then like the count broke again, so it ended up being like they tried. It was like Nia got back in at like 7, but it was like the third time the ref had started the count. It was weird.
Yeah.
Then Alexa Bliss went for the Twisted Bliss. Nia popped up remarkably quick.
Twisted piss is what I call it. And, 5 feet of piss.
Nice.
Caught her, and then hit her with the Samoan drop. The Samoan drop got the W. So I thought it was a solid.
One of the most protected finishers.
Yeah, I thought it was a little weird that she won with the Samoa drop, but overall I thought it was a solid rematch. If not spectacular.
Wait. What did you expect her to win with?
What is her finisher?
The leg drop.
Oh, God. That's not
it's
her
also
finish.
the Samoan. It's also the Samoan drop.
Yeah, but she wins with the leg drop a lot as well, and especially in a championship match like that. I thought.
Yeah, she doesn't have a set finisher, does she?
No, not particularly.
No, she invented the leg drop.
Yeah, the biggest.
Yeah, that does look like it would hurt. That's a huge fucking leg.
And it's a big ass leg coming down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was a good match. It was solid. It wasn't as good as their Mania match, but it was good enough to pay off the end of this feud and.
Yep. No, keep her rolling.
Have both. I think it's time. Moving. I think it's time for both to move on to something else.
Fine.
We'll see.
Hello.
But
hello, my friend.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where both go from here because honestly, a huge part of Alexa Bliss's character so far has been that she's the champion. Like she's been the champion so much more than she hasn't been. Like she's a mean girl and she's always the champion. So I'm curious to see if she can hold on her own, like, without that belt, like, to put her over.
Yeah. And without any... Is she with fucking... what's Milfy, babe?
Mickie James did not join her for this match. So, I don't know if that's still a thing. It was pretty haphazardly slapped together anyways, so...
Yeah.
I want to see her do it on her own and do it not as the champion, personally, right now, but...
Another thing that Nia's got to worry about, Nia's going to have to do a lot of talking. Alexa Bliss was great on the mic, and now Nia, we'll see.
Why does she got to talk? Brock never talks.
Yeah, Nia's a face, though, now.
Yeah, is she?
For sure. Yeah.
But Brock has,
you guys don't seem to think so, though.
Brock has Heyman to talk for him.
Yeah.
When Brock talks, though, it's some of the best.
Wow! I'm going to kick your ass!
Yeah, because the Nia promo, I forget if it was Backlash or on Monday, but it was super cringy. This is for anyone who's ever been I just immediately was start So we'll see for both of them. We'll see, but for one night it was again a solid rematch and an end to a decent feud.
Yeah.
Next up was the Samoa Joe promo, where he said he was going to turn the big dog into a whimpering puppy.
That was a good one. That was a good line. That was
the most notable line from that one.
Wait, that wasn't the next match on the card.
No, that was just the next segment. I'm going in
That's
order.
Not a match.
I'm going in order of the evening's events.
Segments, okay.
Next match was Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
That was a show stealer, in my opinion.
I
really enjoyed that match. I
enjoyed
enjoyed the subtleties of just how good they both are, and they're both old enough to still be doing it.
It was a good match. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest, but
the crowd was really bad for this one. They were pretty dead.
Yeah, fuck this crowd. Fuck them right in the ass.
Jeff had some...
Sorry, I know you said language.
Jeff, no, I already swore too. I was just checking the volume levels.
Jeff gave himself the worst bump of this match, though.
Oh, man.
Jeff went for a swinging... Jeff was in the corner, and he went for a swinging drop kick, but the spot he misses, because Randy gets out of there. Jeff crashed himself incredibly hard to the mat on his upper back and neck for basically no reason.
Hey man, Jeff has always given himself the biggest bumps.
Absolutely, but not usually on just a move in the ring. It wasn't a high rope. It wasn't a top rope spot or anything. It was just him missing a drop kick into the corner.
Hey,
and he made it violent.
Watch how much I could almost hurt myself.
Yeah, Randy was hitting some really high, really crisp drop kicks. I have that this match
very crisp. Yeah,
I called this match Drop Kick Palooza in my notes because there was a lot of drop kicks back and forth. They were all very good. We also during this match came up with the alternate reality that Jeff Hardy, because there was a decent amount of chain wrestling in the beginning of it, and we believed that Jeff Hardy actually wanted to be a chain wrestler. And he just became this high spot guy, and it just deep down it kills him.
He wants to be Dean Malenko.
He really wants to be Dean Malenko.
He just wants to show you all these holds he has.
Yeah, just nobody ever asked me about my wrist lock.
I want to get get a wrist lock chain going.
When Daniel Bryan does that surfboard hold, I mark out backstage, man. Yeah, brother. That was one of the more entertaining things to me was believing that there's an alternate reality chain wrestling Jeff Hardy. It has nothing to do with the match. That made me laugh. And then this match ended with one of the most horrible, painful-looking swanton bombs I've seen in a long time.
Oh, man, that was so bad. Did you see it? Randy ate all of it.
Jeff didn't hit the ring at all first. It was 100% of Randy's
right when that hit, I said.
I was like, oh, God. Okay, all right.
Randy probably told him, though, make shit look real, kid. Make it count.
So, like I said, I thought it was another fun match. not a 5-star classic, not a match people will be talking about 10 years from now, but I enjoyed it, and it made for a decent beginning to the card for me. I was pretty into Backlash at this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is Randy the youngest guy, younger than like all the guys they brought in from TNA?
Yeah, it's like, is Randy younger than Samoa Joe?
I think it's like 37?
36, 37.
AJ Styles is like 40, and Samoa Joe's like 38, and like, yeah, like a lot of those guys.
I don't know.
They're all old.
A lot of the new guys aren't very, very young.
Styles is like 40, right?
What's Bobby Roode?
Bobby Roode's like 40, 41. Yeah, like none of the TNA guys are not young.
What about Big Bob Lashley?
Bobby Lashley, I think, is like 38. We're gonna get into that.
I think he's older than that.
We have thoughts on the Bobby Lashley.
Man.
We have some things to discuss about Bobby Lashley.
We gotta get through this card.
I gotta get through that because I might spend a half hour on that, man. I might. All right, so here we go. Next up was one of the more fun segments of the night again, the Elias filler segment.
That was my second favorite segment.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was really, really fun.
Hilarious.
It was also a really good way to just jam a bunch of people into the show and create a bunch of mid-card storylines as well.
Happy Rusev Day, everybody.
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day. Are we slapping hands for that?
No, we're doing it for holding hands.
We're holding hands. I can't. I would. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. You got the No Way Jose conga line. You had Rusev Day.
That was great.
It had Bobby Roode twerking for some reason at the end of it, but that's okay.
This brought up an idea, though. Tell me what you boys think. I mean, these two guys are looking for like some friends to hang out with. You know.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Bo and Axeman.
Yeah.
And what if they
Roadies.
Eh? Can they get that over? Can they get that over? As
they
a chant?
For sure can.
Are they going to get?
I don't. You just
can you imagine a crowd chanting?
You just have like 1,000 people at different times. There's no way you time it correctly because it's not like it's just gonna be like.
It'll sound like the monkey exhibit at the zoo or something.
That's one of my favorite lines in wrestling of the year, though.
I like that though. No, that's really that'd be fun.
What if they join? I'm saying Titus Worldwide.
Titus Worldwide, which is now also.
Oh, I thought you were going with Elias.
No,
they're going to be roadies for Elias.
No.
They're going to be Elias. No, Elias needs to be by himself. They could work with Elias actually.
Yeah, Elias,
I think
they could.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to go for. You said worldwide?
Yeah.
Worldwide, because they're more fun than they are heels at this point. I mean, they're more like the crowd. I think like laughs. They're more of a comedy act than heels.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so I mean, I guess you can have a comedy act heel, but if you're a good comedy act, the crowd wants to cheer for you.
Well, you already got the comedy act tag team with Breeze Dango.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I
suppose they're on a different show.
Are they on Raw?
No, they're on Raw now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Raw's tag team division is lacking, isn't it?
I mean, they got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
It depends what a tag team is.
I say, and if Lashley and Strowman is, I think we kind of delved into this a bit last time as well. Like they have a bunch of tag teams right now that are just kind of two guys that they don't have shit for.
Yeah,
which is
exactly
fine.
What it is.
Which is fine. But yeah, it's not. There's not a lot of like long-term cohesive tag teams.
Speaking of tag teams, one of my favorite things in wrestling this week by far was the fact that Cesaro and Sheamus were like teasing a little tension.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
Cesaro's on SmackDown, so let's land opportunity. I mean, some other good things. My wrestling world is the best it's looked in a really long time.
SmackDown is pretty crowded at the top, though.
SmackDown.
I don't care.
SmackDown's fun. Yeah,
they got rid of the worst crowd. Jinder Mahal.
Oh God, yeah. Thank you.
He was just literally taking up space.
Oh God,
can't hinder the Jinder.
So, all right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling here.
AJ Styles did.
I don't hate on Jinder Mahal. I mean,
I'm supposed to.
I just feel
he's foreign.
I just feel nothing for him.
He's foreign. He's big. He's classic heel. Right up Vince's alley.
So boring. He is so boring.
Anyway.
Next match was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that match.
Yep, this match was kind of a classic Daniel Bryan match. Daniel Bryan's on fire early, hitting on all cylinders, gets a big knee outside of the ring. Eventually, Big Cass would catch him with a big slam and start the wear-down routine. Thoughts on this match? Big Cass was looking real jacked.
Looking real jacked.
Big Cass was looking real jacked.
I wish Book was there to see. He probably was on the pre-show, but I don't.
Yeah, Big Cass looking real jacked.
How do you guys think Cass is doing as a heel right now?
This is the next point we had. Big Cass is actually a 1980s heel.
Yeah.
Big Cass is. Big Cass is a classic 1980s heel.
I'm from New York. I'm better than you.
Exactly. I'm from the big city. What's up, little man? Like, everything, like, Big Cass actually would be a perfect heel in the 80s, but I think he works now. Like, I think it still can work.
Yeah, I think it's working.
So I thought that it was actually a better match than I expected.
Does he get to, like, be home when he's, like, in Brooklyn or something? Like, or where's he from?
Yeah,
Queens?
Queens. So it's like New York. Does he get home like hometown pops?
We'll just be like, hey, what's up, guys? And
Does he
he's
get
nice.
the Sami Zayn KO? Like, yeah, like I don't know. So yeah, he was working heel, did the big slam, had the wear down. Daniel Bryan, of course, like fires up, does his Hulk up, like comeback, boom, 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 hits the yes kicks. Daniel Bryan kind of wins slightly against the grain of the match, but however, it made sense. Cass tapped out really, really quickly to a yes lock to end the match. At the time, I was like, it makes him look kind of weak. But the post-match beatdown makes sense. You'd have the guy tap out quick so he can, be fresh still to whoop some ass.
Yeah.
And I thought Big Cass did some pretty solid healing post-match. I thought he did a good job.
I thought Cass was better than I thought he'd be.
Yep.
But, I mean, I always thought he was going to be good. A lot better than I thought.
But, like I said, I thought it was good. Beating up Daniel Bryan's always going to get you good heat.
I'm pretty pissed off, though, that I didn't get to see an Empire Elbow in the beatdown.
No, he did not.
Because
he stood over him a lot, holding up one hand. He did
the Empire Elbow is my favorite Big Cass.
He dropped an elbow.
Not part of the beatdown.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't the Empire Elbow.
Yeah, the Empire Elbow, it's big. He jumps, he swings. Like
he's just like, whoa!
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I said, though, that's a face move. He's got to retire that now that he's a heel. That gets the people going too much. So
what are chances that Enzo comes back? He was found not guilty.
Very minimal.
All the charges were dropped or whatever. I don't.
I think that they thought it was a nice, convenient excuse to get rid of a guy that they already had some issues with outside of anything like that.
Him and Cass would do great as a tag team on Raw right now. Just saying.
No, they wouldn't, because Enzo can't wrestle.
Yeah,
but they're a good tag team.
They were.
Enzo's going to be gone for gotta go TNA for a while.
They had so much momentum going into last year's Mania that I think if the Hardys didn't have that special appearance, they would have gave it to Enzo.
That's
and Cass.
the story of their entire run.
Yeah, that's true.
As they always seemed like they had the momentum to put the belts on them, and they never really did. And I think when you tell the crowd consistently that these guys are really good, but they don't actually win, eventually the crowd believes you. So I thought that was an issue with them. And
I think they were going to win it at Mania, and then the Hardys were like, hey,
yeah,
can we be in Mania? And Vince was like, yeah, slap the belt on those guys.
It could be revisionist history, but I feel like towards the end of the run too, before the pops and the chant-alongs were starting to get a little quieter. Like it was starting to feel a little less like.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think they're as high as they ever were.
Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, to me, I just remember, maybe it was just like my personal feeling.
I think you were just kind of over it.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
But I don't ever remember him really cooling down.
Yeah.
Like, man, remember when Enzo and Lana in the hotel room? I mean,
that, and I would say the breakup was it was pretty devastating to people still. Like people did not like the breakup, so I think that hurt as well. But yeah, like I said, Big Cass, pretty good. Did some heel shit. Daniel Bryan got the win. Well, more to come. More to come on that story, the Daniel Bryan story later.
My main man.
My main man, D-Bry.
My main man.
Next up was Carmella versus Charlotte Flair.
That was a pretty good match, I thought.
That was all right, yeah.
It was solid. This is another match that the crowd had nothing for. The crowd was absolutely dead for this one.
They were out of energy after watching Miz and Seth, and then watching that Elias performance.
This was definitely not one of the high points.
What do you mean watching the Alliance performance? Just standing there and literally watching it? Like,
you're dancing.
Oh man, I'm tired.
No, because No Way Jose came out. Everybody was up and dancing.
Not that many people were dancing. Have you?
I was at
home. You've never been to a wrestling event. Now that you're hosting this podcast, you have to go to a wrestling event.
You have to go to at least one.
Not hosting. I'm just on the show.
You're co-hosting.
Producing.
Hey, but listen, no, you got to go to one.
All right. But, I mean, you guys weren't dancing for the No Way Jose?
No, you don't have room. You're in a chair.
I was too tired. I couldn't do it.
I was dancing on...
Oh, you're saying at home?
Yeah, I was dancing in front of the TV.
I just did the hands in the chair.
Oops. That makes sense. So, early in this match, Charlotte hit a big boot. Pretty much like in the first 10-15 seconds.
What a big boot.
Carmella grabbed her belt, attempted to leave immediately. That was a pretty good heel spot. The crowd audibly laughed a couple times at one of Carmella's gimmick essentially in matches that she screams extremely loudly.
Yeah, I hate that.
You can hear her screams like piercingly.
Sometimes she says funny stuff.
Oh, for sure.
So I hate it.
I enjoyed it.
I think it's
Carmella
hilarious.
yelled things like nobody cares about you anymore, like you're washed up, things like that during some of the holds. The early parts were pretty heavily towards Charlotte, as would be expected. A Carmella super kick on the outside of the ring turned the tide in this match. They had an apron spot. They had a corner spot. They had a big spear from Charlotte. The one of the big spots here was when Charlotte was going for the figure 4/figure 8, whatever you want to call it. Carmella had a really nice reversal into the Code of Silence, her finisher, where she chokes you out with her legs. And then they turned that into a pinning combo. I thought that was one of the nicer sequences in that match. Charlotte missed the moonsault, as Charlotte always does.
Man, she missed that moonsault.
Charlotte is really, man. I said she should retire the moonsault. She just never hits it. It's ridiculous.
When she does,
once ever.
She hits it on groups of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's got to be 4 people down there to
the
catch
only
her.
way Charlotte ever hits the moonsault.
Or it's got to be Sasha.
Yeah.
Because Sasha doesn't care about her well-being.
Yeah, Sasha will take it. Yeah. So she missed the moonsault. This time, instead of just her usual smashing, she sold a knee injury. Carmella immediately kicked her in the back of the knee and then stacked her up to retain the title.
Let's go.
So, again, it was a good match. Not spectacular.
Nothing dirty.
It was no.
Clean win over Charlotte.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It was that part. That's
What?
true.
Yeah, I said clean win.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only stipulation was that she hurt her knee.
Yep.
So
It's
she was
not.
crippled.
Yeah.
It's not stipulation,
Faces
but
do that
It just
stuff sometimes.
it protects Charlotte.
yeah, it protects her.
Yeah, it's not.
Isn't that how the Usos got over?
What's that? Kicking people in the knee.
Yeah.
Early, actually, that was
That's
kind of
no fucking when they did that thing from the top rope where
And
they
they,
the back of your shin when they first turned heel.
Yep, where they just smash you in the back of the leg.
You don't remember that, Johnny?
No.
Yeah, that was for sure. That was
I mean, I've been a fan since fucking face paint Usos, but some people haven't.
Love the face paint Usos.
I know, probably my favorite Usos.
I love the day one is H Usos as well.
I do. Probably second favorite, but
Doesn't make any sense. Day one is H.
So,
but
I mean, are they running it again? Is there that was Charlotte's rematch, right? So they got to also be moving on.
yeah, I think so.
I think, especially because you're going into Money in the Bank
You got
season.
6 weeks. You're not going to have 6 weeks of the same feud unless it's a huge feud.
Yeah, and like I said, this is always kind of, I feel like, a reset button time too. Money in the Bank sort of shifts things. That is your main storyline now.
And we get a debut
What?
next week.
Oh, Andrade Cien Almas.
Oh man, spoilers!
I was saying,
Johnny didn't know.
Next week.
I knew, I just didn't know his name.
Yeah,
I don't really watch NXT that much.
So
You're gonna love him,
he's really good.
and he doesn't speak English.
Not at all.
Perfect.
So in the next match, though, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura competed in a disqualification match. Which
No disqualification. It was not a disqualification. The winner is the first one disqualified.
Right when the bell rings, they just run out.
I'm gonna tell you, for a no disqualification match, sure didn't. The ending was not something you'd expect. So,
I get it though, man.
oh, me too. We'll get into it. Okay, here we go. So, the most brutal spot in this one was the accidental brutal spot where Nakamura was lined up for the Kinshasa. Styles threw the chair at his knee, and it bounced back, and it gave him a horrific injury. It's nasty, man.
Yeah, that was nasty.
The blood bruise on his face on Tuesday. It's his whole cheek. It's a lot of blood. He was leaking pretty good after that.
Good spot.
Shoot!
Fun spot though. Fun spot.
Oh yeah, no, this match was
recently.
fun. Yeah, this match was fun. I really enjoyed it. Of course, Nakamura delivered a low blow. Styles returned the favor. There was a lot of good stuff in between. The thing that I think a lot of people are having issue with is the finish, and the finish ended with Nakamura and Styles giving each other a low blow simultaneously.
Did you guys see how good that was though?
They both just
Same time.
hauled right into each other's.
Looked
yeah. So they're both writhing around in pain. Referee counts to 10.
As I would be.
Nobody gets up. Boom. This no DQ match ended in a draw.
Didn't know they did a 10 count on a no DQ match.
That's exactly. I was like, it's like holding. So do they count when
listen,
someone's in the ropes?
Listen, it's 2018. You got medical doctors, and those medical doctors, they say they're not fit to go.
That's a good point.
You can't let them go.
You guys called the match.
The referee has an obligation to these human beings.
That's true.
I mean, you got to look at it from their point of view.
Then again, the rules in WWE never really apply, anyways.
No, they make them
no,
up.
just like when you when you apparently are knocked out, but they don't count it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's coming up later in this same card, actually. By the way, D-Rose clarified for us that yes, Cass is indeed from Queens. So
thank you.
Thank you. Shout out D-Rose.
Thanks,
D-Rose. Thank you for the input on that one.
D-Rose.
But yeah, so I thought it was a really good match, and I also did not like the finish. I understand the finish, but in a vacuum, I do not like it. I do understand that it sets up, however, for another match at Money in the Bank, most likely.
Yeah, definitely.
But
what do you guys think of Nakamura's new music?
Man, that's just dope, man.
With the rapping going on in the background. It's pretty good because it also cuts down the crowd's ability to chant along to it.
You had to do something to make it heelish.
Yep.
Man, fuck that. I'm excited about this feud. You can have this feud go for a while. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I like it. Like I said, I'm very okay with there being a rematch. I just didn't like the finish to this match in particular.
I thought it's fun.
Let's stop messing with the mic.
It's not. It's fine.
So, anything else on that one? I like I said. I mean, honestly, it's clearly a setup to the next match.
Yeah, it was what I expected.
I enjoyed the match though.
Yeah,
I think people should not. I thought in particular when the crowd was chanting for a table really kind of pissed me off.
Oh, we want tables.
We want tables. Like fuck off. Like it's a no DQ match. Like it's not, like I don't know. You're asking for way too much.
Yeah, I wanted tables too.
I do too, but sometimes.
But I wanted tables too.
Sometimes you gotta just like trust the process. These are like two really good guys who have had a lot of good matches. Like AJ Styles had some of the best matches. Like just chill. Like they're building for something. Like maybe they want to blow their load right here.
I hope I get tables soon. I haven't seen somebody go through a table in how long? When's the last time you seen somebody go through a table? Tables,
like other than an announcer's table, you mean?
Yes.
Like an actual setup table? Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
You don't like announcer tables?
I was like, because every pay-per-view is an announcer table.
Yeah, announcer tables go like hotcakes.
Well, they don't
like every week. It's almost like every
they don't keep
every show.
Imagine being one of the announcers and they're just like walking to the table. You're like, oh fuck, let me grab my paperwork. They're going through it.
So, do we even? I mean, I guess the next up was the tag match.
Playa.
Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman took on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I have literally nothing to say. Can we just skip this?
That's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah, Lashley did.
You've made me not care about Braun.
Yeah, Lashley did.
You've already done it on KO and Sammy. I don't want you to do it on Braun.
They're working hard at it though,
and we'll talk about Bobby later.
Yep, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was fine, but it
more
really,
like Bobby lately.
It like for being the second to last match of the night to be a complete like. No, it meant nothing. Like it was just weird.
It was a wet fart. Why can't you make it a qualifier match for a tag title?
It felt like a pre-show match to me. Was my biggest issue with it. It was a pre-show match that.
But Braun Strowman's too important
to be on the pre-show.
Yeah,
right. No, I mean there's way too much talent in that match for it to be a pre-show match. But it felt like a pre-show match.
Braun's your most talented anything you have right now, though.
Because I'm pretty sure that they ran back a similar version of that match the next night and did not acknowledge it. So. Yeah, the main event. The main event. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
Pull out the levels, huh?
Kind of a weird match to book as the main event, but it had Roman in it, so it was the main event.
Dude, that's the big dog.
Big dog.
Yeah,
dude, come on, man.
Fuck the WWE title, whatever.
Believe that.
He's got the yard.
The yard
it's
is
his yard.
Yeah. Before
He's
the match,
got the yard.
I think.
Believe that.
So, before the match begins, Joe attacked Reigns, and then put Reigns to an announcer's table, Johnny. There it is. That's the one.
Believe that.
You know, I don't think they really expected him to go through the announcer's table on that one.
It wasn't like a super powerful spot, really.
But it went through.
He went through, yeah.
That's
made it look powerful.
So, at the beginning of the match, Joe immediately locked in a coquina clutch. Reigns made it to the ropes. It was... Once it got inside the ring, it was a pretty match.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say about this match. It had a build-up that was a believable story. Joe just working him down. But there was no, like, bust-out moment from Reigns. There was, like, I know there was his bust out moment when he won.
I was going to say, except for the finish, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
But you were building so hard to that. You could have had a few more spots where there was good moves. There was an upper and a downer. They just kind of...
An upper and a downer, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a little comeback, and he hits a good move, and the other person hits a good move.
Yeah, they never had Joe, like, cut off his comeback. Like, they did not do that at all. It was never like, oh, here comes Reigns. Joe got, like... They didn't, like, even if you're still booking Reigns as a face, which, fine, it's fine, whatever.
I want him to be the one who wears the big watch. He already wears the big chain.
At least, if you're going to book him as a face, at least do it well.
Yeah.
Don't do it so fucking half-assed. Like, it just felt lazy, man.
I think it was on those two. Because you book an event and the wrestlers wrestle. They put on a bad match.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I don't know. It didn't do... And then this was one of my biggest issues with it. This is another one where I despised the finish. So, Joe's got that coquina clutch locked in. Reigns is out. Like, Reigns is unresponsive.
Out.
Like,
yeah, don't they do the thing where you pick up their arm? And
they don't do that anymore.
They like tap your arm, and then usually if you don't respond, that's it.
I thought they would do the pick it up.
That's WCW days.
Yeah, they haven't done WCW? They haven't done that in a hot minute.
All right.
But
and then it slaps.
Yeah.
2 and then it slaps. I'm shitting the shit out of my leg. Just for the podcast.
Just for effect.
Just for you, D-Rose.
Yeah. But fucking Sheamus over here.
That shit's gonna be red.
Yeah. So Reigns is out in a way that ends matches
most of the time.
Plenty. Yeah, like almost always. And the ref just kind of doesn't end the match, and then a few seconds later, Roman hulks up and boom, Superman punch.
By the way, I forgot D-Bry hulks up now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
D-Bry always hulks up.
Yeah,
I know. I forgot. Like I'm worried about him rattling his brain around.
No, it's a little too much. It's a little too violent.
Wasn't this his spine? That was bad.
I know.
A lot of.
I don't care. I don't want his brain to be next.
Everything north of the shoulders basically was tough.
Head and shoulders, knees, and toes.
But yeah, basically, like Johnny referred to, kind of against the grain of the match, Reigns hits the Superman punch and delivers the spear.
Believe that, baby girl.
1, 2, 3. I thought that it was. Yeah, I thought it was a disappointing main event.
You would think Joe would put on a better match. He really let me down.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was on him or that's what they told him to do.
Roman usually puts on good matches too, man. Like I think they've also had a good match before. They've worked together. This isn't the first time they've worked together. That's the other reason I expected more from this is they've worked together and it was better. So,
I just don't think they had enough time, like to prepare for the match.
Well, I thought you meant like time like of the show because I thought it was a quickish match too.
I think
you have that quick turnaround from being over. I don't know. It's just a weird pay-per-view. Like it's sandwiched in between. Like
and they didn't plan the greatest Royal Rumble. They were just like
it happened.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia was like, we'll give you money.
Joe and Reigns aren't on the same show anymore either, so they're not traveling together. They're not going to the same cities. Like so that part of it. I mean, as far as like maybe like you're talking about like calling the match out, like having that part
coming
of it.
up with ideas and
they wouldn't really have a lot of face-to-face time to do so.
And I don't think they're FaceTiming each other.
No, I can't.
So, bro, look, so... I don't even know which one that was.
Roman, I
guess. Is that what Roman sounds like?
Shane mode.
Dude, bro, it's me, Roman. What's up?
What's up on the big dog?
Yeah,
believe that,
dude. So...
Nice, broski. Zack Ryder, almost.
So that was Backlash. Like I said, I enjoyed it, but yeah, I can certainly see like how it would leave a bad taste in your mouth towards the end of it. That being said, I still enjoyed it. I thought there was plenty there to keep me sports entertained.
Yeah. All right, let's go into Raw.
And I was gonna say I was all aboard for Raw the very next night. So leading off Raw, Kurt Angle announced that there would be not one but 2 triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Kevin Owens would interrupt, saying that he should take place in it. Braun Strowman would interrupt as well, saying that he should take place in it. As you might expect, this led to a match between Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens.
Kurt Angle is acting his fucking ass off out there, man.
So good
he
every
is
week.
So entertaining.
Every week, man. Every week. So, as you would expect at this point, Braun Strowman gets the W in that match. It was a good match. Kevin Owens tried to kill himself multiple times in this match because
he takes those tackles great.
He does, man. The running around the ring spot that he does with Braun. He inside-outed himself on one of them. Like
he fucking fell into the barricade on one.
Kevin Owens is out there putting his life on the line just to sell Braun running past him. Just to sell that as a legitimate move. He
wouldn't sell that way for Mojo's same move.
No, he sure didn't. He sure never did.
That's also a great thing to be like, oh yeah, you want to go outside the ring? Yeah, well, I'm gonna hurt you out there.
I'll just run by you. But yeah, it was a good match. It was a fun match. It was a good opener. I thought the next match might have been the best match of the night. Maybe. It was probably second best. But Ember Moon won the women's qualifying match. It was her, Ruby Riott, and Sasha Banks. And I thought that was a really, really good match. That had, oh God, there was a sequence like in the middle of that match where it was just nonstop, just like
I was gonna say there's so much like that was the match of the night. Like
they got so much shit in that match. Like it didn't get a ton of time, but there was no rest holds. Like they were going the whole time, and like there was outside of the ring. Yep, it was outside the ring shit. There was inside the ring shit. You had the Eclipse for the win, which I think is already getting over as one of the cooler finishers. The crowd pops pretty hard for it every time.
It's hard not to.
I mean, it's a top rope stunner. Like it's pretty cool.
We gotta listen to another podcast. I'm actually doing it now, promoting another podcast.
What's that?
We gotta listen to Stone Cold podcast and see what he thinks.
See what he thinks about the Ember Moon stunner.
Yeah,
or I'll tell you what.
YouTube that shit.
Yeah, right. I think she did a hell of a job with the Eclipse.
Goddamn, better than when John Cena was doing it on the goddamn middle row.
I had to call John and tell him stop doing it.
I was told to get them rest holes a little tighter, John. Just tighten them some bitch up.
But
goddamn,
yeah, I'm really happy with that match. It was one of those matches where it also too it helped because I didn't think there was necessarily a quote unquote right decision for who wins it. But Ember Moon will be fine in the ladder match.
You like Ember Moon?
Yeah, what do you
I like it. I like Ember Moon.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
She's really good in ring.
Yeah. The colored contacts are warming up to me.
Yeah.
Not a fan of colored contacts. Hated when Seth did it in Mania, but you know what? I'm starting to warm up to the colored contact thing.
She's not a great promo either, though.
Promo is bad.
I think that's an uphill battle for her. Is that she's not a great promo.
Just don't ever talk that much.
I think exactly. I think you can kind of get away with that, especially because she looks weird-ish, so she doesn't have to talk all the time.
Yeah, she's female Jeff Hardy.
Kinda, yeah, kinda. So yeah, okay, and then you had the three-way men's match.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick, that brought me and AJ to talking.
Yeah.
Is it what women? Because we were gonna say what women could wrestle against dudes right now, and it'd be no issue. But then the list got too big. So what woman now could not wrestle against the men?
Yeah,
Alexa.
Yep,
yeah, that's the only one we were like 100%
like Alexa and Nia. I think we're like
Sasha.
Sasha could though, because Sasha can move around and like is quick enough. If she's going against like Kalisto,
we said she'd have to be like 205 live.
205 live.
Yeah, the only risk would be like injury for her because she gets injured a lot.
D-Rose said Nia will be able to wrestle against men. Obviously,
I don't know.
Charlotte.
I don't know.
You don't think Nia could wrestle against the men?
Because Nia's so slow.
She's not that big for a man.
Yeah, but what's
so
like
none of her power stuff would look good against guys.
Put her against her cruiserweight, maybe.
Maybe.
How tall is she? 6 foot?
6'1", 2 or something.
Maybe like she's not huge.
6 to 6'2".
And she's not fast enough.
That's what I'm saying. I think that her against a guy would be terrible because I think the guy.
K-Rob joined.
I think the guy.
K-Rob's in here. What up, K-Rob?
I think the guy would have to slow way down.
He's not in the chat yet.
But
D-Rose.
Yeah, I think the list of ones that could is really, really long. I think the women's division has a ton of super talented people in it.
Yeah. So what was the
Get that app.
What do you give me your phone for?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, Discord, dude. Just do it later.
Dude, you can download an app for me right now.
Dude,
come on. What did we got? Dan Gonzo over here. Put the thing in my phone.
I didn't know what it was called. I was trying to be low key. You could have just typed it in.
You really, while we're doing the podcast, you're gonna like register for Discord and all that shit.
I got all that shit saved, man. You just press like duh, and it'll go.
So, anyways, though, we got it. We can't avoid it any longer. I need to make sure we give this enough time. In between yes,
this is where I'm going to start doing this shit.
The women's and the men's triple threat match.
Johnny, pay attention.
There was a video. There was a recorded interview.
That was one of the most uncomfortable.
A recorded interview between Renee Young and Bobby Lashley. In this interview, Bobby Lashley wearing one of the finest Kangol hats I've seen in quite some time.
Gino would like to talk to you.
Bobby. So first they told you, like, the beginning of it was fine because they told you why Bobby Lashley matters. They gave you his amateur wrestling background, his military history, his previous run in WWE, and I was like, all right, cool, let's get out of here and move on. They did not. They did not get out of here and move on. What they did instead was have one of the most uncomfortable 3.5 minutes of the entire year of wrestling, honestly. Renee asked Bobby about growing up with his sisters. During this segment, this segment, Bobby intimated that his sisters used to tie him up in the woods and leave him for dead, essentially. He multiple times said that his sisters would beat him up and make fun of him, but he loves them. He loves his sisters very much. This interview is basically Bobby Lashley putting over his sisters.
This is uncomfortable, man.
I said I think his family has to get involved at like the next WrestleMania or something to pay this off, because I have no idea why the fuck you did any of this.
Does he have a famous sister?
I have no idea what, like...
No, like, for real. Are one of his sisters, like, maybe an Olympic athlete, like, that they're recruiting? Johnny.
Bobby. I have no idea about Bobby Lashley.
Or any of Bobby Lashley, because, like, there's no reason for this segment otherwise. This is, honest to God, if, like, somebody was watching wrestling for the first time and that came on, I couldn't ever ask them to watch it again. There's no way. That was genuinely one of the most just, like, train wreck. It's pre-recorded, too. Like, nobody was like, you know what? Maybe we should just kill that. Like, we just run the video package and then we don't have to do the... Like, nobody saw that interview and was like, this is a bad idea.
How
does that happen?
I didn't get through the whole thing. I turned it off.
It's horrible.
Was it live?
No, it was pre-recorded. It was a pre-recorded interview. It was like sitting in a library or something. It was so straight. It didn't need to happen. And it's not like it was before Bobby Lashley debuted. Like, Bobby Lashley's been up, like, since, the night after Mania. None of it made sense, man. It was one of the most confusing things that has happened in wrestling. And it hurt Bobby Lashley, I think, way more than it could have possibly. I don't know who it was for. It was one of those segments where I'm like,
Vince.
Who is this for?
Vince.
Like, who watched this and was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm a Bobby Lashley.
Is it funny? Wait, what are they? Is it heartwarming? What is it like? He's a bitch. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he used to lose to his sisters all the time. So, yeah. And then, like,
they tied him up in the woods and left him.
It'd have been so good if they just didn't do it, man. Because it would have been. He's a great amateur wrestler. It could have been for the troops. You know, they could have run that. Like, there's so much. And you did none of it. It was
hey,
all the bad.
I'm done. I'm moving on.
I'm sorry. I had to, like.
It was bad.
I've been holding that in, and I needed to.
Sorry. Hey, what is it? It says I just arrived in the chat room, and it says seems OP. Please nerf.
It's a welcome message.
Seems overpowered. Please nerf. It's video game talk.
Anyways, so fucking nerd shit.
Come on, Dad. Get together
I don't
over there.
play online video games.
Get your house shoes. Let's go.
I didn't bring house shoes. Damn,
the second triple threat match, another really, really good one. They were both fantastic. Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn put on a really, really good match.
Yeah.
I thought the big dog might be going over here, but
no big dog.
Finn Balor got the win.
For everyone though.
It was for everyone. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. He was wearing his rainbow shirt now, right?
Finn Balor won for everyone, in parentheses.
For the shorties.
But I thought the match had a bunch of fun stuff at the end, too. You had Sami Zayn hit a haluva kick on Roman Reigns. Finn Balor hit his dropkick in the corner to set up the coup de grace. You had a bunch of false finishes. It was a really fun match. It was super entertaining. The nice thing, Roman seems to always, like, particularly shine in like triple threat, fatal four-way type scenarios as well. Kind of the same way that he was fantastic in the Shield when he's part of the tag team, part of these multi-man matches. Roman does really, really well, and also the crowd can't zero in on him as harshly and as negatively.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think he always excels in these sort of matches, and this was no exception. I thought Roman was a huge part of the match being as good as it was. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, Roman made up for his
lackluster
previous night.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the match quite a bit.
Yeah, me too. I think both ladder matches are setting up to be a lot of fun early on here. So, another kind of weird segment. closing out the show was the Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge, as we've alluded to before. Seth Rollins came out, talked about his reign. He's going to be a fighting champion. Yeah.
Not like Dean Ambrose.
Not like the Miz. Not like the Miz, who's a jerk. So he's out there.
Shouts out to Dean Ambrose, who had the U.S. title for a year and fought 3 times.
Twice, yeah. So,
where is Dean right now? Is any word when he's coming back?
No,
he's probably drunk at Las Vegas.
I think you asked last week. I'm gonna have a Dean update for you next week. I promise. I'm gonna email. I'll email Vince.
What were the other promises we made? We get a main event breakdown.
I did not have a chance to watch main event.
I know you didn't watch TNA, Johnny. So I don't know why you're even bringing this up right now.
Yeah, you don't watch TNA?
Yeah,
I totally watched TNA. That was my homework.
Right, well,
give us a rundown.
I forget the matches, but if you gave me some names, and
what was match of the night? Generally.
I forgot what the wrestlers' names were. Can you refresh?
Just describe them. Just describe what they
one
look
of them
like.
was bigger guy. You know,
Okay,
he had long hair.
Oh no, not Moose. Okay.
The other guy was fairly big, but not too big, and he didn't have long hair.
Okay.
One of them was wearing trunks.
Was it Lance Storm?
Yeah, Lance Storm. Yeah.
One of them was wearing trunks, though. You say?
Yeah, they had trunks on. Classic look.
Was it Rocky Marciano?
Was one of them Brodus Clay? Was one of them Brodus Clay?
Brodus Clay wears a onesie.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
He's one of the top guys.
He's pretty high up the card.
Brodus Clay. That's what I was
was it
talking
Big
about.
Papa Pump?
Big Papa Pump, tag champ.
Is he?
He's a tag champ.
You're missing out on
Big Papa Pump is a tag champ in TNA right now, guy. Come on.
I knew that because I watched the show.
Yeah, exactly. Dork.
Why don't
nerd?
Dude, that should be enough to get you back in.
Yeah. So there's our.
Where
TNA.
do I even find this?
On Pop.
On Pop
TV.
Pop. You probably have Pop. You pay too much for cable.
Pop TV. Yeah. We have Pop. We got YouTube TV. Shout out YouTube TV.
Yeah, we watch TNA all the time.
We can watch TNA whenever we want.
What channel is Pop? Is that a real?
Dude, what do you mean? It's a channel. It's called Pop. It's like any other channel. It's like the name of the channel.
What does it stand for?
Nothing.
POP.
Power of positivity. Of course. What are you asking these questions for? What does it matter? It's like if the channel name means something cool, you'll watch?
No, maybe I want to tune in.
They also, TNA does the awesome thing where they do weird on-air promos for the show after them. And they did this on one of the episodes we watched. The Social Network, the movie, was on after TNA, and they'd be like, "Oh, that was wild! Just like the story of the creation of Facebook." Which reminds me, the Social Network is on right after Impact Wrestling. I was like, that was the least smooth segue,
dude,
I think I've ever heard.
The commercials on that channel are so out there. You're like, what the fuck?
It's so good though. It's definitely fun bad, but yeah.
Probably costs like $50 to run a commercial on Pop Network.
What was
dude, we should do it then. If it's $50, I'll throw in.
TNA is super not live. It's blatantly not live.
It's recorded months in advance.
Yeah, really.
But the other episode we watched, Josh Matthews, because they don't have announcers that are
this is so bad.
They have announcers that are there, quote unquote. But they also have announcers that are back in a studio, quote unquote. Their studio is a green screen. It's very obvious. It's a mediocre green screen. So
wait. No, they don't have anyone who's there.
But there's people that announce. Yeah, but there's people that announce the matches. Is what I'm saying. So in theory, they're there. Because during the matches, people talk.
Yeah, but that's Josh Matthews.
Yeah, but there's the table.
No, I don't think so.
There might be. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to the story. But, anyways.
No, I think it's crazier because they still want you to believe that they're in the arena.
There.
They're in the arena somewhere.
That's true.
In this, they never are back to the studio. They're just
they just
show
talk.
the announcer. And they're like, "Wow, what a crazy match!"
Yeah. So this is recorded a month or two in advance, typically. So they cut back to the studio, and Josh Matthews has a match that night, but he's also in the studio. And so the other guy, the other jabroni he's fucking recording with is like, well, Josh, you have a big match coming up against the Canadian Destroyer. And Josh is like, yup, I have to go get ready now. And he walks off of the fucking green screen stage to go get ready for his match. I'm supposed to believe that, oh yeah, they're totally exactly they're in the arena.
And then we had to listen to this awful fucking awful fucking announcer just go at it by himself.
The comment, yeah. So
Solo for a whole match.
Yeah, it's a one-man booth now, announcing this Josh Matthews classic.
And he's so hard against Josh Matthews.
And he's saying, like, run, Josh! Run for your life! Like, having the time of his life announcing this terrible match. So, dude, what I'm saying is you should watch TNA. All right?
It sounds great, really.
Just to finish that point, you didn't even watch NXT.
But I read the NXT recap. So I can tell you.
I can read too.
Yeah,
Look at this guy fucking.
What about
Raven?
Ring of Honor in New Japan? Are we doing that?
We didn't.
Hey,
we didn't assign that.
What about Raven?
What about me? What about Raven?
How do you remember Raven? You don't watch WCW.
I watched WCW.
Everyone knows what about Raven. I mean,
right.
come on, yeah.
But are we gonna watch New Japan ROH?
I'm not, but you guys can.
No, I can't.
We can have people chime in next week on Discord.
I'll watch Bullet Club TV or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh, Be the Elite.
Be the Elite.
For sure. Let's run through SmackDown real quick, and then we can trash TNA some more.
That's what this show is.
Yep.
This show is just trashing TNA.
In case anyone didn't know, because we didn't really finalize this, Seth Rollins beat Mojo Rawley. He performed a blackout, which is the stomp.
That's what it's called? Blackout?
Yeah.
Blackout.
So he went so long with the pedigree that they're like, okay, we're just gonna give him this back. We can't do the pedigree.
We can't watch another terrible pedigree. We can't watch another media.
Like, you're fucking it up, kid. I really had high hopes for you, but what the fuck, man? You're in much better shape than I am.
You want the stomp back? Are you ready?
How about this? How about you have a spine buster for your finisher?
Nope, I did that too. Never mind.
You look horrible doing that.
Triple H has some of the best spine busters.
He does.
Arn Anderson, number one.
Arn Anderson, you're going to Arn Anderson? The Rock, spine busters.
Rock has a good spine. You know who had one of the best spine busters in recent memory, actually? Adam Rose.
You know who's got a good...
Adam Rose had a fantastic
Curtis
spine buster.
Axel's is better.
You know who's got a really good spine buster is...
Bobby Roode has a really good spine buster.
No, the dude who's on the Bullet Club... What are they called?
Carl Anderson?
Carl Anderson. Is that the smaller one?
Yeah, Carl Anderson.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Awesome.
His is really good.
Yeah, Carl Anderson is an excellent
That's
spine
because that's
buster.
Arn's kid.
We'll have to come up with a top 10.
I don't think so.
We'll have to come up with power rankings for spine busters.
You're going with Arn Anderson, number one?
Well, I mean,
he's the OG.
All time? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to knock the original. So, SmackDown, very similarly to Raw, had Paige come out in the beginning, announcing some qualification matches.
Has she told us that it's her house? Or
No, she's really just being very gregarious.
I mean, I know it's Roman's yard.
Yeah, but the house seems...
But who takes care of the house?
I think it's for rent. I think it's available to rent if you're interested.
How much? What's the price? Same price as Mike Ella?
Slide in those DMs for Paige.
She wears too much lipstick and it pisses me off.
Wow, what? That pisses you off? You need to calm down, sir.
It's really annoying. Her lips are way too big.
Well, she doesn't have any lips without it, so
makes you. If that pisses you off,
she needs to put on a little bit less lipstick.
Okay, that's
weird. That's a weird thing.
That's more reasonable. To say you were pissed off was like confusing.
Not pissed off,
too
but
much. That's kind of her look, though.
That's
too much emphasis on the lips.
That's too much tuna, if you ask me as well.
We're going to talk about wrestlers' makeup now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So here we go.
I think Finn's is the best.
In a battle of two guys that were drastically different makeup to open the show.
Like me and Johnny?
Pretty much, yeah. Jeff Hardy and The Miz. It was a good match. Hated the finish a lot. Jeff Hardy hit a swanton, and The Miz just rolled him up while he was getting pinned, and won the match. I thought those. I don't know. Can anyone explain this to me?
No, I was not watching him.
D-Rose, what you got?
Can anyone explain the finish?
D-Rose, what you got, man?
Why in kayfabe should I believe that the Jeff Hardy Miz finish could happen? Is Randy Orton just a bitch? Like, he takes the swanton and he can't even move, but the Miz can do a reversal roll up.
I mean, the Miz looked pretty strong. Maybe they're building him to be strong. He looked pretty strong against Rollins.
No, for sure. I mean, for sure they're giving the Miz some run here, and like I said, I think the Miz can win Money in the Bank possibly even, but I just don't understand how you get how that ending makes any sense.
I think Miz needed a win. He lost his boys. He's solo. He doesn't have Maurice. Lost his belt.
Couldn't you just win on a regular roll up though? Why does it have to happen literally immediately after the finisher? That doesn't make any sense.
Reminded me of
never
that.
happens.
It reminded me of that Swanton that was hit on Randy Orton.
The Randy one.
Oof.
I know.
Oh,
But,
jeez.
like, I just...
That'll knock the wind out of your sails, am I right?
Like, does that, like, give me another example of, like, a finisher getting reversed, like it hit, and then, like, the other guy gets rolled up. I think
it happens. That happens quite
D-Rose
fairly
says
often.
he's better
Does
at
it?
being solo. I don't remember what we asked him.
Does it happen quite often?
I don't remember.
Quite often? Give me just one other example, then.
I wish I could come up with one.
Wait,
it was
what?
probably one of those TNA...
Linda, listen.
It was probably
Linda, listen what?
It was probably in one of those TNA matches.
I remember... I forgot what talking.
A finisher getting hit, and then the guy who took the
Then a
finisher
roll-up.
immediately rolling the other guy.
What
up.
about hitting their finisher right after that?
Well, that's more normal than a roll-up while you're getting pinned from the previous finisher, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit egregious, but I'm just saying.
I've seen it happen. Johnny saw it happen.
Johnny's walking it back a little.
When
That's
you could,
okay.
when you could win with suplexes.
I don't care. It's fine. Okay.
They do it all the time in TNA.
Exactly.
I miss the days when, like, you could just hit a random snap suplex and
might win the match.
Dude, all of a sudden you won. Like, it's not even a signature move. It's
you
hit a real good one.
That guy's really good at suplexes.
I like matches that don't end on finishers because you never know when it's going to end.
That's why you should watch more WCW.
That's how they used to do it in the territory days. You guys remember back then, right?
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
You're talking to a couple of territory marks right here. No, I agree. I'm fine with that. I just don't... Like, you could have done that again and not had him take a finisher immediately before he wins the match. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
You jizz some, you bruise some.
And if you're Jeff Hardy, you lost this one. So,
it wasn't for the belt, though, was it?
No, it was for a spot and Money in the Bank, though. So it means we'll have a Money in the Bank match without Jeff Hardy, which is a little sad.
That is sad, but he can't keep doing that to his body.
That's good. Let Jeff take a little time to get.
He's still the U.S. champ too.
He's young enough that he can start a second career.
Doing what? Chain wrestler Hardy?
Chain wrestler.
All right, sweet.
Oh, yeah, he's going to chain wrestler. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Then I'm in. All right, chain wrestler Hardy's in.
No more off the ropes for Jeff.
No more top ropes. Nope. He's just... Dude, that guy's got like 10,000 holds.
He's going to be the next Dean Malenko.
He's got like... He can spin around you. He can do this. He can do that. He's got... Oh, man.
He can be a solid worker.
He's got all the things. The women's qualification match. Charlotte Flair faced off against Peyton Royce in... what was a sloppy match early, pretty decent match late. Charlotte needed the win here. It was the right call, I think. Nothing too crazy in that one. I don't know. Nothing. It was a match that happened. Nothing really stood out to me particularly.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Peyton Royce is pretty okay.
Yeah.
Who's Peyton Royce? I know
one of the Aussie that doesn't wear black. The one that wears the purple.
Oh yeah. I like those two. The Iconics.
The Iconics, yes.
I don't know how to say that.
I think they're fairly funny.
I like
Iconics.
I think
Iconic.
I think they're good.
I think that was too much.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's it. You got it. There it is.
Carmella cut one of the signature video promos, saying that she would have would be a royal celebration next week in the UK.
Are you ready?
And that the royal family was not invited.
Damn, wow. Spicy.
Yeah, that is hard.
Spicy. They're going to get kicked out of England.
Yeah, they're kicking them out.
Also, there was a promo as well for the Bludgeon Brothers, which featured a parade of broken action figures of other tag team division wrestlers. And then cut to the Bludgeon Brothers. Eric Rowan informed us that it was playtime. Come play with us. And Luke Harper said, we already have some toys. And they picked up their hammers. They went, rah, and that was the end of that promo.
Did they play the...
No, it was not. They were not in the ring.
You got that down.
Yeah. It was not an in-ring promo. It was backstage with like red lighting. It was like creepy fog machine shit.
Could have played the song in the background.
Song. That doesn't, for an out-of-the-ring promo, you could, I guess, technically.
They should start doing that.
They should start doing it. If they don't, they should do it.
Let's make our own wrestling league. We got the best ideas.
Our own wrestling league. Perfect. All right, very good.
Dude, we already got it, man. Kawa or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Made a Facebook page.
I always get
never happened.
Dude, it's gonna be deleted soon though.
I know.
It's gonna be deleted soon.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's been saying that for like 4 years.
You still get notifications for it?
It'll be
so do I sometimes.
If I'm in my groups, it'll be at the top. There's a banner. It'll be like Kenosha Area Wrestling Association will be deleted soon. Please update your page accordingly. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to super not do that. Thank you.
Let's just have that match, man.
That finally, dude, we've been building this match for half a decade.
Yeah,
It's about
4th of July.
time. It's about time we pay it off.
Yeah,
I think
4th
you're
of
right.
July, I'm in.
I think you're right. Okay.
All right.
Also, there was a fantastic main event in this one with Daniel Bryan took on Rusev, and it was a happy Rusev day indeed.
Happy Rusev Day.
Wow, man, I can't believe my man Dan took it out here.
Good.
I liked the story that they told for both guys in this match a lot. They made very clear from the get-go that Daniel Bryan was not at 100% because of the assault from Big Cass on Sunday. Daniel Bryan hasn't been, a full-time competitor in 18 months, whatever it was. Could his body handle it? Blah, blah, blah. So from that standpoint, they made very clear early that Daniel Bryan was vulnerable. Rusev has been one of the hottest acts without a big win. Without a big win to his name, I think.
Ever?
Yeah, it feels like forever. When was the last time he beat John Cena? Did he ever?
He did come out on WrestleMania with a tank.
In a tank.
2 weeks ago, they teased that Lana was going
to
go in there and English was going to be out. Did they tease that?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
Very strange. Because, Rusev won clean, and there was no tension teased between Rusev and English.
Can you believe, how great is it for Rusev to win a singles match against D-Bry on Rusev Day? It must have been...
On all days.
On all days. On Rusev Day.
On Rusev Day.
I was stunned at the finish. There was a Machka kick, 1, 2, 3, clean as a whistle, middle of the ring. There was nothing dirty. There's nothing underhanded. This is just pure speculation, but Daniel Bryan's been on record as saying that he thinks Rusev is one of the more underutilized talents. So I think that this was an opportunity for Daniel Bryan to give back to one of those guys.
That means Cesaro?
Maybe it's not. I know it's another guy that Daniel Bryan has said point blank he thought is used so poorly he thinks he should leave before.
Yeah.
He said that. It also reboots the Daniel Bryan character in a way that it needed to be done. And this is kind of, remember when I said last week that I thought Big Cass might beat Daniel Bryan? It was similar conceptually to this loss because Daniel Bryan works best as an underdog.
Yeah.
And it's hard to book an underdog that never loses. Daniel Bryan doesn't get hurt by losses. After this match, the crowd was chanting Daniel Bryan after he lost to Rusev to close the show. Daniel Bryan sitting on the apron looking distraught and looking upset, and the crowd's chanting Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's not going to not be over because he loses to anyone. It doesn't matter for him.
I think the crowd likes Rusev enough, too.
That was the other thing.
Because there is definitely some mixed... Like, I definitely heard more Rusev Day chants than I thought.
Daniel Bryan, Rusev Day. It was very even. The crowd was very split.
I would have been chanting both.
I would have too.
Both of these guys.
And I think they're finally at the point now where they're like, okay, maybe it's Rusev. Like, because I think at first they're like, okay, the Rusev Day thing is over. I don't know if Rusev's over. If you're getting that reaction against Daniel Bryan, it's probably pretty safe to say that you, the performer, are over.
Yeah.
The crowd likes Rusev. Like, the Rusev Day thing is fun, but if Rusev sucked, it would not be happening still.
I know he's supposed to be a heel right now,
which is terrible booking, I think. But.
And I think they're going to push Lana with him and turn him into a more heel than he's already.
No, they can't.
I think that's what they're going to do.
They can't, though.
At this point, it would break my heart, and I would be really upset. I would be extremely upset.
Break my heart too, and I think that's what they're going for, man. It's pissing me off.
I don't know, because why would they let him beat D-Bry?
I don't know either.
To turn him into a stronger heel.
That, and I think if that's going to... Money in the Bank is a great opportunity for somebody to make a turn. Man,
Rusev should be a face.
He should.
Rusev should get the Money in the Bank briefcase, is what he should get.
I said before SmackDown, I think I said Sunday or Monday, I was like, what if all of this garbage that Rusev's had to deal with paid off with him winning Money in the Bank? it's worth it then, right?
Yeah.
It's immediately worth it. You know, unless he gets Baron Corbin to buy it, but I don't think he would.
Oh.
I don't think he would though. I don't think Rusev would ever be that I don't think he'd ever be that lacking in buzz. Either way.
What if it's Papa Rusev?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Cesaro. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I got my voice.
We're talking about
I
Rusev.
think that's what we were talking about.
But what if it's Cesaro that wins that match?
Well, there's actually that's for next week.
Yeah,
That's the qualification match. One member of New Day or a member of the Bar, whoever, because they have a match, and then whoever wins gets a member of their faction in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they're gonna put Sheamus in there.
No way.
What? Hold on, he's like fourth or fifth out of the five guys. Let's run this out.
Wait, you said one of the Bar gets in there.
Whoever wins the match gets a guy in there.
So
you're saying the Bar wins and they put Sheamus in, is how you're saying? Because I think New Day wins and it's Kofi, but
I think Kofi's not a real believable Money in the Bank.
Yes, winner. He is. Kofi deserves a fucking title run.
Yep.
But it's gonna be.
I don't think you can put Kofi as the heavyweight champ.
Why? Hold on. This is a whole nother debate.
I'm just gonna address your thing really quickly.
Right.
I don't think they put Sheamus in it because Sheamus has the fucking spinal stenosis. Why would you put a guy that has a spinal injury in a Money in the Bank?
He has an injury?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
just wrestling good because he's a fucking tough
but I don't think there's any way they'd put him in a ladder match right now.
I think that if he was healthy, I think they'd do it. They always go with Sheamus. Just 2 years ago, I think it was, they slapped
the champion.
Yeah, they slapped the belt on him for a long time.
Cesaro in a Money in the Bank match. Cesaro and Rusev and oh my god,
I would
Braun
love
Strowman.
It. I would love it, but they always go with Sheamus.
But there's a tag one?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, can we talk about that? Because it's not officially announced. But
I don't know. I've heard...
There's clearly going to be a tag Money in the Bank match.
If they pull this from us, because they could next week not even talk about it, it's over.
You're right. Because have you noticed that they've had tag teams talk about it? They had the Club. They had the Ascension.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about, when we get the Money in the Bank... There has to be a tag Money in the Bank ladder match. Or that makes no sense.
Teasing it.
Dude. And that could be one of the best matches of the year by a mile.
That'd be 12 people?
Yeah. You have 6 teams. You'd have 12
All right,
guys.
hold on. Let's do this real quick.
Might get too crowded, in my opinion.
No, it's not.
It's
you make the ring bigger.
And then you have a bunch of guys out all the time.
So Usos,
New Day. Who's the third SmackDown team?
Whoever the third, New Day, who's not officially in the match, they're just going to be.
Of course, yeah.
All right.
But who would be the third SmackDown team?
I don't even know their division very well.
Bludgeon Brothers are the champs. They wouldn't be in it.
Which one is
blanking? Let's go over to Raw then. Anyways,
Dolphin McIntyre,
Sammy and KO, because neither of them won their matches to get in, so they'd be in the tag one. That's a great way to have them in a ladder match. Still,
leave them off the card.
Well, they'd be on. They'd be one of the teams. They would not be off the card if there's a tag team ladder match. Lashley and Strowman, would that be? Is that a real enough thing?
Hold on, no.
What
I gotta look it up because there's gotta be more tag teams.
Dolphin McIntyre.
Also for SmackDown, we talked about him just now. The Club would also probably be the third tag team.
Okay, yeah.
That's because which means that I would even more so believe that New Day wins. So you have a member of New Day in the other one, and then only 2 of them in the tag one.
If there's going to be this many people out
there,
what
about Breezango?
That could be one. But that makes sense. That makes sense though, right? Well, New Day wins. One of their members goes to the world title one. The other 2 are in the tag one.
I think if you have the New Day in the tag one, the third member's going to get involved anyways because there's so many bodies out there. Yeah. I think their 3-person gimmick works well in the 12-man tag.
But they would come later because if they were in the other ladder match, that's a good storyline reason to have them not out there the entire time.
I just don't think it's believable to have Kofi heavyweight champ.
But Dolph Ziggler's in the Money in the Bank match every year, and he's never believable.
I mean, he won it once. He won it once.
10 years ago.
But still.
But he's not believable. He hasn't been believable. Dolph's been in it probably 3 out of the last 4 years, and nobody thought Dolph was winning it any of those times. So being believable to win it, not every guy is going to be believable to win it.
You got a point, but I just don't think so.
Yeah, all right.
Don't think so. You're going to put Corbin.
We'll mark it down.
All right, what about...
I'm on record.
I'm just going to go through.
I think New Day wins next week. I'll just go on record.
They're putting Corbin in that Money in the Bank, aren't they?
Fuck. Are you going to put the guy who fucking cashed in and didn't win it, again? You're going to put it in a minute?
No, absolutely
To me, that's not believable that he'd win again. I don't think he'd win. He's going to win back-to-back when he didn't even win the title?
It's possible.
Why would you give that guy? Why would you give a guy that rub if you didn't think he was good enough to hold the belt?
I think Corbin's a good heel.
I don't think he's a world champion, though.
No.
So then what's the point? I'd rather give it to a guy like Samoa Joe.
And you can believe that.
Yeah. I agree.
So
what about the bar? They would have.
That's what I'm saying. The bar would for sure be in the tag one. Yeah. Man, the fact that I love that they're combining like the both shows and all these matches. These are gonna be loaded matches.
Is there a woman's?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a cruiserweight.
No.
And then there's a hardcore.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. And there's a.
Why can't they do hardcore matches and like put it on the WWE network?
What do you mean?
And say like
not
TVMA.
enough money. It's not worth.
Oh man.
Not that many people want to just see blood.
Hey! Shouts out to the network.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you saw it Sunday. Shouts out to the network though.
Shout out. Watch WWE.
No, because listen,
only $9.99.
Sunday Night Heat is now on there.
Ooh, there was some accidental color on SmackDown too, because Xavier Woods got his mouth busted up by that European uppercut. Because Cesaro hit him with the fucking goods on that one, and Xavier was cracked open a little bit on that. But
I don't necessarily like blood, which I do.
But who are you lying to?
I also enjoy.
Who are you lying to?
I enjoy people going through tables,
ladders,
of course,
hitting with
chairs,
stairs.
Oh no!
Oh my!
Do you know how much they weigh? They're like
I
10,000 pounds.
10,000 pound stairs.
I miss the days of,
and that's just the bottom one.
Kendo sticks.
That's the base. That's just not even the tip.
I miss the days of kendo sticks, nunchucks.
Yeah, but
handcuffs.
You can't go to do all that.
Trash
stuff.
Cans. They used to have those trash cans that used
Then
to
watch.
bend like a motherfucker.
What is it? CZW or whatever.
Yeah,
like, that's all they do.
That wrestling still exists. If you want to watch guys get hit with light bulbs and shit,
that's what Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper did before they made it. To
that's
WWE.
how they came up. That's how they survived.
Sweet,
making $50 a night and hoping that they didn't get tetanus.
But the way you describe TNA, I do not want to go through a broadcast like that.
Come on, do it
even
once.
A lower.
We'll have you come over one time and watch TNA together.
Oh, I want it to be comically bad. Like
it is. Why do you think I've watched it? Do you think I watch it like fine product?
Big Papa Pump is one of their tag champs.
I'm not
TNA.
Johnny. One of their tag champs is Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, in 2018.
He's like 56 years
old.
The year is 2018, Johnny. Big Papa Pump.
All right, maybe I'll come over and watch it.
Big. And I like the line Eli Drake had, too, that he gave Papa Pump the night off because he had some freaks and he had to work on his beaks. Still working that catchphrase. But any closing thoughts before we get out of here? It's been fun, boys.
Did we miss anything that we promised to talk about?
Yeah, we missed all three of the things we each individually said we would watch.
We didn't talk about Weed and Sports at all either.
That's the other podcast.
Oh, my bad.
Tune into Jabroni Sports. We're broadcasting on Saturday.
Are we? Because
we'll be really well. At least the three of us will get together, talk a little NBA basketball, and
good. I will.
Yeah,
we can phone Trey in.
Talk some Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. See where else the night takes us. Who knows. But yeah, it's been good. Well, been fun.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, we will be up on SoundCloud this week.
Ooh. SoundCloud, I have to start rapping then. I have to be a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, you're going to have to be
a SoundCloud.
That's fair.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Chain frozen.
Maybe we'll put this on Spotify and iTunes instead of Jabroni Sports.
Maybe. You can just check, and if it's not there, then we didn't. So
you should just look on YouTube though, because it's easy.
That's where we are.
Get YouTube Red.
You just get YouTube, or YouTube TV, because then you get Red anyways. I think.
No, you don't.
You don't. What a ripoff. That's a scam.
I don't care. I'll pay that $10.
That's a scam.
I get Google Music and shit. Like, yeah, it is a scam.
Scam.
I mean, I'm not talking bad. I like the
fucking
cable.
scammers.
Don't Jabroni Sports YouTube have YouTube Red?
We can just connect it to mine or Gonzo.
I don't think you need it as an uploader.
Yeah, I say what.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like, if we did it for the. Let's talk about this later.
Okay, we'll talk about the bull.
Yeah, why are we doing
but anyways, so for Gonzo,
yo,
Johnny,
what up?
I'm AJ. It's been Jabroni Sports. Thanks for listening.
Adios.
Smash that motherfucking like button.
Smash that like button, bro.